Welcome back to DDO 10-Minute Tips. We're going to do a little bit of cleanup this time around. I went ahead and did some things. I sold some items and I got rid of the chainmail in favor of this outfit. It gave me the same armor class, but it didn't give me the hit on things that armor would affect, such as sneaking and the like. It's not exactly what I would have chosen, but it is what it is, and sometimes you have to take what you can get. So there's what 10 Minuti currently looks like. Okay, so we've completed everything we need to actually get off of Korthos Island, which we will do here momentarily. We haven't completed all the adventures on all the levels that are available for them, but we need to do a little bit of housekeeping here because things are starting to stack up. As you can see, we have 22 slots available out of 60. So things have been building up. Alright. I haven't done anything with this +1 heavy mace of insight because I wanted to discuss something with you. There's something called threat level. And as a thief or a mage, you want to not increase your threat level at all, if at all possible. In fact, you want to decrease it where you can. Now, this Mace of Insight would be good for fighters, rangers, possibly clerics, depending upon what you want to do. But for wizards, sorcerers, rogues, it's basically a no-no. So we're going to sell it, and that gives us 23 slots available. Now, over here, we've got a lot of arrows that have added up, and I think we've got just a few bolts left. So there's a way to group those together into one slot. And the same thing happens with gems, which I've already sold, collectibles, and crafting items such as this Cerberus Dragon Shard Fragment and Kyber Dragon Shard Fragments. And that would be to get some bags and some quivers. So, alright, now that we know what we're going to do, we're going to go see Valeria Cinderwind, which is our current task, and go to Stormreach. And we will end up in the harbor. Now, we're going to run through and visit a few quest givers to pick up a few things. We're going to find a place to buy some quivers. We're going to visit a bank. And we're also going to get or check our mail, which, if you notice, there's like an envelope up here. That means we have mail. So, the first one is Bowdry Cardamon. He bestows 3 different quests in a story arc. Alright, and we're going to agree to do it for him, but we're not going to do it right away. So we get a small collectible bag. And we've got some lag, and I'll go over that in an upcoming episode. Alright, Fitzpat the Fence. Okay. We need to get some gems for him. We'll do that for him, but not right away. We get a small gem bag. And Felix de Caneth. And we're going to pick up a tiny ingredients bag. And he has a quest we can go on or not, depending upon whether you want to, and that's learning how to do crafting. Okay. Then over here, we have a lightning post, which is where we check our mail, where we can send and receive mail. And I currently have 2. And they're from the DDO store, and we've got turban points. So I'm going to check real quick in the store, and this always takes a moment or 2 to load. So bear with it. You have to sit for a little while. You're not in a place where you're going to get hurt anyway, so you can usually make a quick run to the bathroom or get yourself a drink or whatnot. Okay, now I have 186 turban points. Okay, so we're getting up to the point where I'm going to be close to being able to buy an adventure pack. So, let's do a quick read. Okay. 25 favor. Gave 25 points. We can delete that. And we've got 5 favor, which gave us 50 turban points. Okay, so we've hit 50 turban points. Or 50. Yeah. Now let's go in and just take a look here. P-key into our patrons. Come over here and check and see where we're at. Okay, we're currently at 40. So our next award of 25 turban points will be when we hit 100. So we have 60 to go. Okay. So, excuse me, guys. Alright, now we're going to visit the bank. This is one bank. There's another one inside the marketplace, which we'll get there. See our deposits. We don't have any deposits as of yet. However, we will here in a moment. Alright. shared bank account, which allows you to share between characters on a server. That's a premium item that you have to use turban points to get, and it's a bit on the pricey side. But then there's also crafting storage, which is actually available across the server for your characters. So to put something into crafting storage, like these dragon shards, you click and drag. What? Oh, I have them locked. Locked items you can't bank. Okay. And we also have a Greater Divine Essence, which is a crafting item. All essences are. So we'll put them in there as well. Oops, locked again. Because I don't want to get rid of them. So there we have that. Now, in the bank, you can put anything in here. Lesser Heart of Wood. We don't need to keep on us. These don't. We're putting into the vault here. You don't have to have them unlocked. The Lesser Heart of Wood allows you to do reincarnations. Lesser Heart of Wood is the base level. So we'll cover that sometime down the road. Okay, so I don't think there's anything else that we want to put in there at the moment. Okay, we want to keep potions handy. Cerberus Spirit Cake allows you to resurrect inside an adventure if you should die and cannot be resurrected by a cleric, or can't for some reason get your soul stone to a resurrection shrine. So you want to keep that handy. I think I'm good for my current jewelry items. Okay, some items, not many, but some, mostly comes from Korthos Island, come in two parts. The Troubleshooter's necklace here, when the two pieces are together, I can get a +3 to open locks and a +3 to disable device, which comes in handy for thieves, and a +1 insight bonus to fortitude, reflex, and willpower. Now, not having the two, I get a +1 to dexterity and a +1 to resistance on fortitude, reflex, and will saving throws. Alright, so we're going to keep that with me because I want to go back and get the other one. Clothing, everything is equipped, nothing to bank there. Armor and shields, nothing there. Alright, we still have the problem of the ammo. Alright, so escape to close the windows. Over here, is the Hammer and Chain, which sells arms and armor. We have specialty vendors here, missile weapon vendor. Okay, we want to trade. And we want to look for quivers. Alright, there's thin quivers, wide quivers. Thin quivers will store up to 400 of 3 different types of projectiles. And wide quiver holds up to 200 of each. Well, I've got quite a few arrows, so let's get a couple of those. Alright, so I'm going to go back into my inventory. Alright, now, to get them in there are 2 different ways. Double click to open it up, and click Gather. So that should be most of my arrows. Okay. Now, and this goes for the same for our small collectibles and gem bags and tiny ingredient bags, so I won't go over each of those. But there's an auto gather,